that issue that I've had that I've never had before.
Really.
Um, with the chapped lips. So, all
But
right.
it's
Well,
getting better though, right? It looks better. It looks a whole lot
it's getting much better. It's
better.
getting much better. So
Good,
I
good.
I am very, very happy about that because
Right.
it's almost like I don't know, it feels like I'm getting a facelift on this side now because it's been so droopy. I mean, I've had it for 6 months now, so
Oh my
like
God, it's been six
so
months already?
it has. So it's been so droopy on this side that now that it's starting to raise up now, I feel like my face is like getting pulled back. So like a facelift. Yeah. So but thank you for asking. So but yeah, so what I decided tonight, what we're gonna do, if I don't know if any of you all saw the the preview for tonight, but we're actually gonna do an Instagram carousel. And what I figured that is kind of, let me turn this all the way down. Um, what I figure is beneficial for me to do to make everything relevant every week is that anything that I'm kind of doing for myself, that I would bring that to you guys and then just kind of explain the benefit of what I'm doing and what and like reasons why and then the how to. So one of the things that um was my goal at the beginning of this year was to actually increase my digital footprint and to get all my social media together and start, really getting engaging on social media. In January, I did a lot of looking around for a social media manager and like a content planner for myself. And then I had scheduled to have my makeup done and have a photo shoot and get headshots done for my social media. And then bam, first week of February, I got Bell's palsy. And so any of you who have been around since since the beginning of February with me, you all know that it hit me really, really hard. It was a really big adjustment for me. And it was really painful. And I went through a whole lot at the beginning of February and all the way really into March, just kind of getting adjusted with, my face looking like this um, and then having to deal with the mental and the emotional, thing of really my face not looking like my face. And I and that just kind of sucker punched me as far as social media, because when you're thinking about, getting active on social media, you're really thinking about, getting going live, doing video content with your face. And I was gonna do all the cute little it's like now I have like a smile on my face, but when Bell's palsy, when it first hit me, this didn't even wasn't even moving. So, I came on to talk to you all about my condition and everything because I didn't want it to hold me back as your coach in the academy. But what I did allow Bell's palsy to do was hold me back as far as my progress with what I had really set as a goal of increasing my social media and spent all this money on master classes and learning about, posting and all of these things. And I allowed the Bell's palsy to really just, you know, hit the brakes on a goal that I had set for myself for this year. So now that I am doing better. I mean, I'm not 100%. I decided, you know what, I've let more than half of the year go by, and I have done absolutely nothing with my social media. I've done absolutely nothing with posting. And we actually have a strategist that works with us weekly in the academy, and like behind the scenes and everything. And um, she kind of let us have it about some of the things, and then she gave a direct question to me like, what's going on with your social media? And I'm like, oh well, I kind of, that's one of my biggest struggles. And she handed me my butt on the silver platter on a silver platter. And it really made me say, you know what, I gotta get it together. So I figure that anything that I'm doing for myself is relevant and beneficial for you all as in our community, to move the needle on things that maybe you're struggling with and trying to do yourself. So I started this week. If any of you follow me on social media, I did start posting more this week. I'm posting on my personal page, on my Southern Girl Creations business Instagram, my group, and my business page on Facebook. So you all will actually start seeing a lot more from me. And one of the first things that I wanted to do in really diving back into trying to do my social media, I said, what I really want to do is I need to get focus on my branding, because that's one of the first things when you take a marketing course or you take anything that's about social media, is that they really drive home, the branding. And of course, everybody knows kind of, Southern Girl Creations with my logo, but I have not been consistent and had a cohesive brand messaging across all of my platforms. And that's what I decided I wanted to do. So I love this particular template. Is template 210 in that I have behind me. And I decided to rebrand everything Southern Girl Creations with this particular template. And so I'm even rebranding my website so that any platform that you go on that is Southern Girl Creations or Chrissy related is going to have the this as my branding. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to start talking about building an Instagram carousel. So I've always loved those when I look at other people's Instagram, and I always say, yeah, I'm going to do that on mine, but hadn't done it. So I decided that was going to be one of the first things that I did. So if you actually go to my Instagram now, you will see this Instagram carousel across the top of my Instagram page. So I posted this I think it was like last weekend or at the beginning of the week. And so I decided that since I went ahead and made the template for myself, that I go ahead and just share this with you all and tell y'all how to do it. And let's just discuss some things with Instagram and things that I've learned in some of the master classes that I have taken for social media and posting. So what I want to do is that I'm going to talk to y'all about Instagram, but everybody who is in the Zoom room with me right now, if Meg or Marte, if you all could go ahead and get the names of the participants that are in the Zoom room with me right now. I want to do two things. I would like one for we're going to spin the wheel so that I can get one person that I'm going to actually flip this template to your branding with your design, your colors, and your logo and everything. And then the other, we're going to do another spin. So we're going to do 2 spins tonight. One is going to be to do that. I'm going to flip everything out tonight. And actually, we only need to do 1 spin because whoever I flip it to, you're going to get this template tonight. Okay. So, and while they get that together for us to get the person that I'm going to flip this to, just to show flipping out the template, I just want to talk to y'all about some things with Instagram. Okay. So, what we are going to do is, hold on 1 second, let me pull this screen up. So, one of the first things that I learned in one of my master classes was that I had been going about hashtags all wrong. Okay. So when we go onto our Instagram and we are making a post, you see, I always see people do hashtag whatever, hashtag this, hashtag that, right? So I had been thinking that, okay, if I'm going to do a hashtag, that when I say, this will say I'm doing hashtag branding. Okay. I want to do something about branding. Let's just say I'm doing something about branding since that came up. So I would look at these numbers and I would say, oh, okay, this has 42 million posts. Let me use this hashtag. Let me use branding design because this has 3 million posts, right? So I was like looking at that, and then those would be the hashtags that I would choose, all these top hashtags that come up. Well, what I learned is that is the complete opposite of what I should be doing, because actually when I look at this and it says 42 million posts, that means that my little post is going to be competing with 42 million other posts trying to get seen. Okay. So I didn't know that. So I decided, I was like, okay, well, so what I started learning was that there's levels to the different hashtags. And when you're starting out and you're trying to build traction and you're trying to get your post seen, you actually want to go for hashtags that have less numbers because you're competing with less numbers to be seen. So I started going through the different things that I wanted to put hashtags on. And what I did is, this is called a hashtag bank. Okay. So there are 3 different levels. They're called level A. You call it level A, level B, and level C. So when you put in a hashtag, level A is between 500 to 2,000 posts. And when you go on Instagram to do your posts, they allow you to do up to 30 posts. 30 hashtags, I'm sorry. So when you first start posting and you're trying to get your post seen and you're trying to gain followers and trying to do that, you want to be using all of the hashtags. Like, it's kind of like the keywords that they tell you in SEO when you're doing your product listings on like Etsy or on Shopify. You want to use as many keywords as are allowed. Like in Etsy, they allow you to put 13 tags on your product. So if you're trying to get that product seen, you want to use all of that real estate. You want to use all 13 tags to try to draw traffic to that listing. So with the same thing with hashtags, when you're first starting out and you're trying to gain followers and you're trying to build momentum for your social media, you have to start using like all the real estate that you can. So the recommended number is to actually use between 20 and 30. So one of the websites that I use for like research as far as social media is Hootsuite. They're one of the top they're one of the top they're one of the top platforms for social media research and content planning. And so they've done research in 2023. They actually did research on the hashtag performance, and the best performance in raising engagement and reach was to put 20 to 30 hashtags on your post. Now there was a debate also of what should you be doing as far as where do you put your hashtags. And it's, should I put the hashtags in the post when in the caption, or should I put the hashtags in the first comment? That has also been up for debate as to where do I put these hashtags at. So research again has shown that your hashtag should be in the caption of your, and not in the first comment, because that's been a big debate on what gets you the most following. And they say if you wait and you put it in the comment, it's like you wasted the post, because the post is where the caption is where the algorithm and everything starts pulling from to put in front of people. So that was two things that I definitely wanted to share with you all, is that where to put your hashtags at. So in this hashtag bank that I made, you'll see that I have level A and I have an 18 in parentheses, okay? And then I have level B, which is 2 to 10,000, that has the 8, and then level C is 10 to 25. So when I'm looking and I'm doing my hashtag search, I want to, when I do my 30, because if you see 8 plus the 18 plus the 8 plus the 4 totals 30 hashtags, okay? So how it breaks down is that you want at least, I think it's like 60% of your hashtags to be level A hashtags, which are in that 500 to 2,000 range. You want, I forget the percentage breakdown, but it's a percentage of 30, but it's 18 would be for level A, 8 would be for level B, and 4 of your hashtags to come from the level C column. Okay, so the way that I split it out, and you can, like, whatever you're trying to do, like with your hashtags and all of that, whatever messaging you're trying to do, like I have marketing with brand messaging and brand identity. I'm doing posts that are motivational posts. And then I'm also doing posts that are like about, just encouragement for entrepreneurs. So I have like Boss Life, that's what I call this section. And then I have my crafting and products, so that actually when I'm posting a product that I sell, I want to also get hashtags that are going to fall into those categories. So as I'm doing my hashtags, and when I say you're doing your hashtag research, is that you're going in here and you're putting in like kind of what you want to start with. So if I'm saying what I want to start with is like marketing, I go in here and I put hashtag marketing, right? And then I'll start looking at these numbers, and I'm going to scroll down until I get into the range of where I want to be. Okay. So I'm scrolling down all the way. And it's still like, this is like 231. So I'll say with just the word marketing, it's still like a huge number. So I'll say, okay, marketing plan, and add a different word in there. So now you see these posts down here, these numbers starting to change. Now I don't want to pick a hashtag that like the spelling is wrong, right? So I'll keep scrolling until I find something that I feel like is going to be something that that's in that 500 to 2,000 range, and that so like right here it says marketing plan competition. There's 3,562 posts made about marketing that has this hashtag attached to it. So that would fall in my level A, in my level B, because it is 2,000 to 10,000. So then I would take that and I would put in my brand messaging, I would put that hashtag right here. And because what you don't want to do is put the same hashtags on every post that you have. Okay. You want to like mix them up. So I try to put more, and what I do is I actually, like, for each of my posts, I'm putting like brand messaging and then kind of putting some of the motivation and some of the boss life ones, and I'm mixing them up on my posts. And so you can see that in what I'm doing, and I'm actually at the end, and you want to do this consistently for 30 days. When I first started taking the marketing classes, I was doing it more consistently, and I maybe had 100 and something followers, and I saw my followers go up in 30 to 60 days. I went up from like the 100 to about the 300. So it almost doubled when I was just consistently posting every day using these, like the hashtag this breakdown. Okay. So let's see. And I just created this in a Google sheet. And I put, the different categories, and then I put those hashtags under here. And I'll also show y'all that in the, for those of you all who are in the Shopify Accelerator or with the Academy, we have, I'm gonna go to my app over here. So there's a social planner and in the app. And what I do with my post is that when I go to make my post, I go in and I'll say like new post, and all of my stuff is connected. Okay. And I select the accounts that I wanted to post on. So I'd select like my Instagram, my Facebook business page, and my Facebook group. Okay. And then I can select the photo that I want it to be, and it's going to all give me a preview of what my posts are going to look like over here. And then, so with my hashtags, I have my hashtags are saved in here, level A, level B, level C. And what I set this at is, see, if I say edit, I have this set at 18 so that it will randomize 18 of the hashtags that I saved in here. So I have like 30 to 40 hashtags saved in here under level A, and it'll just randomly pick 18 of them and put those on my posts randomly. And so it randomizes what actually gets put on there. And then I'll go back to my here, and I can say go to level B, and then I have it set to randomly select 8 of these hashtags. And you'll see I have a bunch of them in here, but I have it selected to just select 8 of them randomly, so that it's not the same thing on every post. and I'll put apply, it'll add those 8. And then once I get like my caption, my photo, and everything I'm gonna put in here, I can go down here and tell this when I want it to post. I can schedule the post. And of course you can post randomly, but there's also strategy to when do you want to post. Okay, when do you want to post? So again, I told y'all I was using Hootsuite. And if you go on their blog on Hootsuite, they tell you best times to post. Once you start collecting data, once you start consistently posting content on your Facebook page and your Instagram and all of that, you can actually look at your own analytics and see when do you get the most engagement. And that can then be your schedule of when you would want to post. When do you see the most likes come through? When are you seeing followers being added? It will actually, we talked about like the Facebook pixel. When you go into your business Facebook page on the back end, it will actually start to tell you after it's able to generate so much data, it will start to tell you when the best time for you to post is. This is a good starting place if you are getting started. Okay, so like for me, I'm really like rebooting and kind of trying to start my social media and get traction again. So this is where I'm going back to and using the schedule. It tells you when you should want to post on Facebook. It gives you best time to post on Instagram, these times of the day. Okay, so you want to use the different tools that are out there of research that's been done to tell you when do you want to post. And this isn't something that's set in stone. It's just a good place, like I said, for you to start. Okay. So let's see. Were y'all able to get the wheel for who is for the participants that are in the Zoom room tonight?
Let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that our customer happiness team can share their screen and we can spin the wheel and see who are we going to be using tonight. Was there anybody in the Zoom room who didn't want to be on the wheel? I should have asked y'all that. All right, so we got everybody who's in the Zoom room. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see who we're going to be using tonight. Well, look at there. Okay, Samela.
Are you kidding me right now? Like, well, look, Chrissy,
didn't you win last week?
I did. So you know what? Like as much as I would love to have this, I think fair is fair.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna let you spin it and like maybe they let somebody else win this week.
Oh, that is so big of you. I love that.
Okay.
I love that. Okay, so let's go ahead and spin the wheel again. I say, did Samela win last week? The wheel is y'all, we don't have no control over this. Samela, I need you to come with me down to the casino so I can rub on your head while I'm you know.
I need to be rubbing on my own head. They've been giving away billions and millions over here these last couple of days, and I ain't played not one number.
Uh-huh. See?
This
Girl,
is so
you better
awesome.
get on down there and play them numbers.
I know, right? So yeah, let spin again and let somebody else win this week.
Okay, that is so cool.
Okay. But thank you anyway. I'm excited, even though I'm giving it up.
Okay, you guys, we can go ahead and let's spin it again and see. Now, if the wheel land on you again, Samela, that's just, that's divine intervention. Then just saying, hey,
Absolutely. If
okay,
it lands,
so we're gonna go ahead and can we spin it again?
if it lands on me again, I'm taking it. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Let's see. All right, Nika. Okay, so let me tell you what I need. Woo woo. They say woo woo. Okay, let me tell you what I need. I'm going to put my email address in the chat. Okay. This is where I have all my people send their photos and stuff too. So if you have a logo and a photo of yourself, if you could send it to this email address and then let me know in the chat when you sent it, then I will go into my email and get that updated. But if you will put your name, because we have like up here on the template, I'll be putting your name, and then you can actually tell me everything. You could put your website in the chat so I can just copy and paste it, and then how you want your name to appear and all of that. Okay.
Okay, I'm about to get everything together for you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So while you are getting that together, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Let me pull up. I showed y'all the hashtag generator. Okay, so once we create our image, we're going to use this tool here on mysocialboutique.co. Okay. I am going to be providing the template tonight, and there will be a 20% off coupon code, and you all can share the coupon code in the chats, as well as we will I'll put if one of y'all can put the coupon code also in the chat for the YouTube. So I am looking at the comments in the YouTube. So I do want to just say that if you want to get in the Zoom room, the people that are in our Zoom room are our Platinum VIP members, which is in our Craft to Quit program with the Academy. And so that's how they are in the Zoom room and actually get to participate in the actual sessions and ask the questions about the content that I'm doing, or ask the questions about anything that they have a question about as I'm working through this content on Friday nights. And it's not just Friday nights. Our Platinum VIPs have access on Mondays, Tuesday, of course, Wednesday with the live VIP class, and no, is it? Yeah, because Tuesday we have Walt, and then Wednesday is the live Photoshop class. Thursday is Shopify audits, and then Friday is crafting for cash. So there's literally something like every night of the week. And I think, just to let you all know, in our Platinum VIP program, we are going to go away from having the Zoom room. We will probably just be on YouTube, where you all can put in the comments, and just start having it straight to YouTube, I believe is what we discussed. But so if we're gonna change it, we'll let you guys know if that's going to be a change. But I do think that we decided that we were going to X the Zoom room, but don't quote me on that yet. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead. Let me see. Zoom in on here. Okay. So in making yourself an Instagram carousel, if you do not purchase this template, because this is just one template that has this design, and you can, flip this to different things, change out the background, bring in a different background from a different template, or a different background from something that you wanted, or you can, make you a graphic on Canva. They do have some templates on Canva as well, that you can use to make yourself an Instagram carousel. So it's not just, just for this one, but I love this. I just love this template. So this is the one that I did, and I changed it to this. So this one already has the framework. It already has, these guides are here, so that you can see how to spread out your images and where everything's going to lie. So when you're doing your Instagram carousel, you want to start out with, you want to decide what size image you're going to use. So, some people are doing posts that have a more like portrait type look, and then some of them are doing the square. I prefer the square, so that's the type of design that I made. Okay, so in that, you choose, and I'm going to bring up my calculator. Okay, so the square that I use is a 1080 by 1080 square. When I do okay, got it. I'll pull it up on my other screen. So I use a 1080 by 1080 square when I'm doing my Instagram post for a square post, or any like 1-to-1 ratio. You could be 2000 by 2000. Actually, most of the time when I do something like on Canva, I always start out with 2000 by 2000. But this one I did started out with like a square that's 1080. Well, the first thing that you have to decide when you're going to make your image is, what size do you want your grid to be? So I knew that I wanted my grid to be across, and let me go to my Instagram. I'm gonna go over here to my profile. So I knew that I wanted it to just be this top across here at the top. Okay, so that's 3 posts. So if I'm doing a square, which I started off as a 1080 by 1080, okay. Am I sharing my screen, y'all? Let me see. Oh, I'm supposed to be sharing my screen. That's why I had this YouTube pulled up, so that I can see what I got going on. Sorry, you guys, y'all just looking at me and my beautiful face. Let's see, let me pull my chat back up. Okay, move that out the way. Okay, so like I said, the first thing that you have to decide is what size. So I knew that I wanted to do a square, so I'm doing a 1-to-1 ratio, right? which is basically a 1-to-1 ratio, just means that whatever my width is, it's the same thing as my height. So 1080, but I need 3 of those. So in deciding what my template size needs to be, like it say you're creating one from scratch, or you're in Canva making one from scratch and you need to put the dimensions in. So if I'm doing 3 posts, my height is going to stay the same all the way across, but it's my width that's going to triple. Okay. So I had to do 1080 times 3. Now you look at some people's posts and that's a 3240. So this artboard, when let's see, I think I just did one artboard on here. Yeah. But if I change this up here to pixels, you'll see down here on the screen that this is a 3240 by 1080 artboard. Okay. You could do a carousel that's going to take up all of these 6. But then what you would have to do is double your 1080. So you would do 1080 times 2. Okay, and then your height for your Instagram carousel would be 2160. And then your width would be the 3240. Okay, so on Photoshop, if I was doing a new Instagram carousel that I wanted to be 2 of those columns, then I would start out by changing this to pixels. And then I would want my height to be 2160. And I want my width to be the 3240. Okay. And then I would create my working space. And then what I would do is I need guides. So like right here, I need guides, right, to put my guides on here so that when I'm creating my image, I know where I want to place things so that it doesn't like overlap, like any of the text doesn't get cut off or anything like that. So then you would go on to this and you could just click up here on the ruler on your grid and you bring this down and it brings down a bar. Now, I want it to be at 1080. So I'm going to go to, cancel. I'm going to go to view and I'm going to go to guides. And I'm going to do clear selected guide because that's how you pull one down. And it starts to tell you where it's at as you pull it down, right? So right now it says 670 pixels. I want it at 1080 and I could try to, I hit right on 1080, right? But that was, I think, a little bit of great luck there, or maybe just because it's the center. But the way you can do that and just have it completely there, like automatically, is to go to view, go to guides and do new guide. And I want the one that would go across there, I would do a horizontal and I would want it at position 1080. And then you can even choose the color. Like if I'll just say, okay, I want it to be green and then say, okay, and then it's automatically going to place it there. Okay. And then I can do view. And we know the first one, guide, new guide, is gonna now I want it to be vertical. And the first one, of course, is gonna be at 1080. And I'll say, okay, and now it's gonna put it there. And then my second one is gonna be at the 2160 because we know we doubled 1080 down here to get the 2160 height. So going this way, I would say view, guides, new guide, and I would put that vertical line at 2160. Now I have a grid that I can see and I can start to bring in all of my all of my items and all of my graphics and everything, and now have a guide of where I can place things and how it's going to look once I separate it onto the grid onto Instagram. Okay. So let me go over here to my email because Nika sent her stuff. Now, y'all know why I'll go where, I know y'all listen to me and y'all hear, like when I just said stuff, I sounded like really country to myself. But I always tell people, I am not country. I am Southern. Okay. And
Yeah,
that's
people do
that's
me
what,
like that too. You're in Houston, right?
yes.
Yeah, I'm from a smaller town. You know where Washington, Texas is?
I know exactly where
Uh-huh.
Washington, Texas is because I have people that I actually I met a guy my freshman year of college, and that is where he was from.
Okay.
And so I spent a lot of time in Washington, and Brenham because like their church and everything was in Brenham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I'm from, but I'm in the Austin area now, so just a country
Okay.
girl living in the city.
All right. Well, my family and I was engaged and my fiance passed away in 2005, and all of his family was in Austin, and they are still like my family. My kids are in Austin right now. Actually, they've been in Austin for the summer.
Okay, yeah, sorry to hear about your husband. But yeah, they're probably here living their best life in Austin.
Oh, yes, they are. They always living their best life when they are with their people in Austin. Let's see. Thank you, Lauren. Okay. So I got our logo here. Now, this logo is like gold base. Do you have brand colors that you would want the colors in the color 1 and color 2 to be? And if so, do you have the hex codes for your brand colors?
I do. Hold on, let me see. Because that was still up in the air. I wanted to do black and red, but then I like the blue and pink, but I have my hex codes. Hold on, I'll put them in the chat.
Okay. You just let me know, and whatever colors you put down there, those are the colors we will use. And I have your logo downloaded. And then I am going to just remove the background on your image right quick. Okay. So I'm going to start out with changing the logo. And I'm going to put file, place embedded. And go to the downloads. And let's see. Here and place. And then I'm going to turn my logo off, and I'm going to put the effects that are on my logo on here. Well, we'll see how it looks when we close it out. That's kind of dark. So I'm going to turn the effects off. I might want to change your glow. Let's see how it looks with just the. Hold on 1 second. Let me mute right quick so I can yell at these kids right quick. Oh yeah, that's a continuous thing. And it's like, they're like, I said I was going live, and they're like, I know you said you already told us at 7 o'clock you going live. And I'm like, y'all gonna forget real quick too. Let's see. Let's take the stroke off. Outer glow. Go down here. I'm going. I'm gonna bring the size of it down. Just going a little bit behind there. So when we change the color, then let me go ahead and change out your colors. Okay, so you send me you want the blue on top, or you want the yellow on top?
The yellow.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to my smart color tool, and I'm going to put in your hex code. Copy, paste. All right. And then I am going to put in your blue. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn off. Now, this is my slogan. And of course, you're going to be getting this. So this one didn't change. So let me go over here. And that means that the smart colors, let me copy these. These didn't update. So let me go over here and correct that. Where did I go to my colors? I'll go to a circle. And I'm just making an update in this template, guys, so that all the colors change together. Okay. Everywhere I see data, I need to change. I think it was one more place. Let's go right here. Shift. Oh, click and drag here. Delete these. Turn the blue off. And because I usually we keep 3 and 4 as white and black. Okay, so let me get your picture changed out here. Now I did see that you had a little cutoff in your picture. So your head is cut out just a little bit. So it's gonna have like kind of that harsh edge on the side. Let me bring that in. And you want me to turn the picture straight? Or you want to keep it to the side?
You can turn it straight the way you were just doing it. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna put a layer mask. And we'll just kind of on the layer mask. We're gonna see how this look when we close that out. Okay, oh, that looks good. I'm gonna just resize that a little. Oh, and it undo. Cancel. All right, so when we move this, if you're resizing this actual photo, you're gonna want to grab the folder, because all of the effects and everything, you want everything to be moved with it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that, the main folder, and then because all the effects are kind of moved around a little. And then, so on here, let's see, you tell me what you want the wording to be on this side, and you also can tell me like what you want me to put here where it says Coach Chrissy, what you want this frame to look like, because we can have our frame, we can turn off the white, it could be black, could be yellow, it could have the white. So it's just up to you how you want.
You can do the frame black.
Okay.
And then where it has your name, you can put my first and last name. I just put it in the chat.
Okay.
And then creative coach, you can put put it in the chat. If that's too long, I'll probably change it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna move it over. Then let's change this color so to we want white. Now these accents like the black, this we could put a color overlay or you could leave it black. And then like with this circle here, it's the same. You have the same options like with the frame. It can be the blue and black, it could be all black, it could be white.
It can be the blue and black, and then the words can be black where my name is.
Okay. And then I'm gonna turn off the Ignite Academy logo. I can't get on that line. There it is. Turn that off. Okay, so do you want me to put the website right here or in with this text? The and business mentor or at Academy? Which text you want me to put your website as?
You can do where the business mentor is.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to this one and I'm gonna turn it off. And then I'm gonna go here and double click here. And let me see where you put the website at. Copy and paste. All right, and now I'm gonna Control T. I'm gonna bring this in, and that's where those guides come in, like right here to tell you where on this left-hand side where you want to see your where you want to see the where you don't want that W to be on the other side of this guide here, because it would like get cut off if it's in here and you wouldn't be able to see it well. So I'm gonna move this is that business, this whole group, that business name, you see it has all of that is in one folder. So I'm gonna select that whole group and I'm gonna move that whole group down to kind of center it some. And then our background, what city are you in? You said Austin?
I'm in Maine, right outside of Austin, the outskirts.
Okay. So you want the Austin skyline back there?
Yes, ma'am. That would be perfect.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring this over here. And then you can tell me which one of these images you would prefer.
The third one in the bottom, in the second row.
But this one here,
The one that says Austin, Texas. I can't see what you selected. Oh yeah, that one.
this one,
Uh-huh.
like okay. That one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm gonna save this image as that in my downloads. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm gonna select my background, Houston skyline, open that, and I'm gonna drop place embedded, place. And let's see how this looks and if maybe am I gonna need to move this image around. Okay, so I can, let's go out. And then I can load this up. Do you want the Austin, Texas to show on there or?
You don't have to put the Austin, Texas part on there.
So you want it down like this or?
Yeah, down the way you had. Yeah, like that.
Right there.
Mhm. Get out my purse.
There go them kids. Okay.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
now that changes like right here where our let's see. So we got a drop shadow on this. So let's do a drop shadow is dark. Let's make it more black and then make it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna bring up the opacity. So now you see how you can see the Rob Strong Creations better when you change that drop shadow that's behind it to help it stand out. Increase that just a little. Okay, so do you want to change anything else? I know you had said something about
You can change my name to black.
to black. Okay.
Mhm.
Now change, I think it was black in the beginning. There we go. So you see it goes across that black line that's there. So that's why I had changed it to white.
I mean, you can try see if the blue works. How the blue works. If not, you can keep it white.
Okay. And let me see. Let's use the on here. What's the stroke on here? White. Right. It's so on this thing, let me do cancel. Because if you'll see, there are two. So there's layer effects that are on this group that the name is under, and then there's also effects on the actual words. So let me select the second one and do the distance. Still has that as changing it to white is gonna change it much. No. No. Just because it's kind of thick and I wanted some more definition in the letters. I think that is gonna work. And then you said, what did you say about the circle, the blue and the black?
Yeah, the blue and black is fine.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that pretty much the template is done. Is that how you wanted it, or did you want me to make any other changes?
Can you do the frame as the blue and black too?
Yeah.
And then that's it.
This
Oh no, but you know what? Got the
like
letter.
the circle is?
No, it's okay because you got the letter blue around there on my name, so the black is fine.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see. All right, so once you have your image done, you can, I'm going to do this file save as, because this is going to be the one that I send to you. And let me save that on my desktop. Okay, so I'm going to save that here. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to export this whole image. And I'm going to file, save a copy. And I'm going to save this as your Instagram image. And I want to select the JPEG format. quality 0. Okay, so now we're going to go over here to mysocialboutique.co. Okay. And we are going to use their, and it's the Instagram grid maker. If you go to the main, like main website, it's here. And then in the top, it says grid maker. Okay. And then we're going to go here and we're going to go to upload an image. So now I can select my image. We'll go over here to my desktop and today's crafting for cash. And I'm going to upload this image. So it says select 3 columns for a standard Instagram grid. Okay. And basically it just gives you a little preview of where it's going to cut. But since we had our guides, we already know where it's going to cut. Select if you want to cut the image into grid post, square, into carousel post, take up the full height of the image. I'm going to say carousel. It's not going to change anything. Now, if you were doing like this one that when I showed you originally, like how you wanted to do a 6-frame carousel, you can do that. And this is more called a grid, and you would put, then you would go in here and you would put that you want to cut it into 6. And when you brought that image in, it would show you the preview of where it's going to cut that grid. Okay. And so now I'm going to tell it to split the image, and it says, wait a second while we create your image pieces. All right. It says your posts are ready to download. And so now I can just download 0, 1, and 2. So now those images are going to be in my downloads. I'm going to take each one of those images, cut, and I'm going to put them in the folder for tonight. And they went to my downloads. I'm cutting them in here. Okay. So when you go to your Instagram, okay, they put them in that order 0, 1, and 2, right? But when you go to your Instagram to actually bring those in to post them, what you want to do is you want to post them backwards, because when Instagram is loaded, when you add a new post, it moves everything to the right. So when you post it, you want to post your number 2 first, then the 1, then the 0. Okay. So when you add it to your Instagram, you always want to post it backwards. So if you had 6, like with this one, that is, it would slice this up as this would be 0, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you go to post them, you post them as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You can post them backwards. Okay. And then once you have them posted, if you want them to stay at the top of your Instagram, then you are going to want to pin them, so that when you go to the post, you will actually pin that post at the top. And those features like the pinning and all of that, I couldn't do it from the desktop. I had to do it from my cell phone. You may be able to do it from here, but I don't know. I know when I tried to do it from pinning on here, I couldn't. So I went to from the mobile app. It gave me the option to pin it. And that's how I'm keeping that at the top of my Instagram. So that is creating an Instagram carousel. And let's see. You want me to send this, Nika, to the email address that you sent your files from?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna be sending you everything that's in this folder. I'm gonna send you the template, and I'm gonna send you the one big image and the split images. Okay. So any questions or anything tonight from our Craft to Quit and Platinum VIP members in the Zoom room? So yeah, what I'm gonna start doing for Crafting for Class, some nights I'm gonna probably switch it up to where maybe every other week I might do a product description, a product demo, and then the other nights I'll do some more content based, content like I did tonight. But yeah, I thank you, V. I just feel like anything that I'm doing to move the needle for me, I'm gonna share with you all moving forward. If this is something a project that I'm working on during the week, or something that I see that is helping me and is being beneficial for me, then on Fridays, that's content that y'all will get. So there is, for you all who are in the Zoom room, I think it should have been a 20% off coupon posted that is good for this time that we're in here. So this template is posted in the Academy if you want to get this template. Yes, this is based from the class 210 was what this template was based from. And I just took the elements from 210 and brought them in and made this new template or whatever. So I hope that this was helpful. I see that in the chat that this was helpful for our Platinum VIPs, and I hope this was helpful for our YouTube watchers. So that's how you make the Instagram carousel, and we will be back next week. I haven't decided what the content is going to be, but it'll be more of this. What I think that I'm going to show you all next week is, so these posts that I'm creating with like this here, where just like a little motivational quote. I'm going to show you all how I created this and how I created basically 30 of these posts in like 5 minutes, and then posting them to my social planner so that all my posts are done for me at one time. So if that's content, you guys in the chat can give me a 1 if that sounds like content that, and on YouTube, give me a 1 if that sounds like content that you'd be interested in seeing how to create 30 of these posts in like 5 minutes. Zena, you posted a 2. I don't know what the 2 is. I say post a 1. Post a 1. The 2 was not an option. So yeah, so I see all 1s in the chat in the Zoom room, and then a 1 from Zena on YouTube. So that will be next week. I'll be showing you guys how to, so our Crafting for Cash is every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know, I'm just messing with you, Zena. Our Crafting for Cash is every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we use this time period just to bring relevant topics to you to help you move the needle forward in your crafting business. And so that's what this content is. All right, so that'll be all for today. And see you guys next week. And I hope to see y'all posting an Instagram carousel. Today is Follow Friday. So if you go to my Instagram, which is, I think that the customer happiness team posted my Instagram in the chat. If you go to my Instagram, follow me, I will follow you back, and then post your links in the comments so that us as a community, we can support each other, follow each other, and get our numbers up. All right, y'all have a great weekend. So to share. And Nika, I'll be sending that. Let's see. I'm gonna send that right now. And I'm gonna send that to you via WeTransfer. So in about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, you can look for that. Let me